Good afternoon and welcome to the East Gymnasium at Fort Lee High School here in Fort Lee, New Jersey. My name is Tommy Aquilina. You are watching the Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics stream of this Fort Lee girls varsity basketball game. The Fort Lee Bridgmen getting set to take on the Bergen Tech Knights in their 10th game of the 2023-24 season. It will be the third game of calendar year 2024 for the Bridgmen. Starters for Fort Lee, number 11, Eleanor Yu, number 13, Jacqueline Martinez, number 23, Olivia Hausman, number 30, Ileana James, number 42, Roxanne Perez. We are underway. The Bergen Tech Knights have the ball first. And this is number 3, Briella Biggins, taking and missing a shot. Rebound to Olivia Hausman. Eleanor Yu back to Hausman. The senior going to fire on a 3, a little bit short. Rebound, Biggins. Briella Biggins controls and went up and down with it. Early turnover for the Bergen Tech Knights. Fort Lee gets it across the half-court line. Here is Ileana James losing it. Eleanor Yu is right there. That's a long two-pointer. She missed it. Rebound out to number 15, Fifi Fonseca. She gets it to Biggins, the primary ball handler for the Knights. Biggins gets it back from Sierra Mohammed and now passes it along. Good ball movement here from the Knights. That pass intended for Mohammed and is knocked out of bounds. It's Biggins, Mohammed, Fonseca, number 11 Sabrina Lewis, and number 12 Nikki Frias for the Bergen Tech Knights. 2-6 on the season, 1-1 in the Big North Liberty Division. Fort Lee 2-7, 0-2 in division. This is Roxanne Perez missing on a shot right underneath the basket. Minute and a half gone by, still no score. Biggins' pass is intercepted. Ileana James. In and out, but she gets her own rebound. James went out of bounds. The ball stayed inbounds. It will stay with Fort Lee, and Hausman will trigger in. Hausman gets it in to Ileana James. This is a long straightaway two-pointer for Ileana James. Fort Lee is on the board first. Running up ahead with it and missing was Lewis. This is Jackie Martinez with it now. She has someone with her. She throws it up and gets it to go, plus the foul. The sophomore, Jackie Martinez, will head to the free throw line. She had Yu running with her, took it herself, and Jackie Martinez is on the board. It's 4-0. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. First personal on Fonseca, and Jackie Martinez finishes the three-point play. 5-0 Fort Lee. Disjointed possession there. Shot thrown up and missed by Lewis. Long rebound out to Briella Biggins. She gets it to Fonseca, who gets it in, and getting fouled is Frias. Non-shooting foul. The Knights will have it. That was the first personal on Roxanne Perez, and now Perez will check out in favor of number 22, Olivia Kim. Fonseca pops and misses. Houseman with the long rebound. Houseman, bounce pass to James, and James will go to the free throw line. Nice pass right there by Olivia Houseman. And Ileana James will shoot 2. Second team foul on the Knights. First personal on Sierra Mohammed. Ileana James cans the first free throw. 6-0 Fort Lee here with 5:16 to go in the opening quarter. Second one rolls in, 4 points for James early. It is a 7-0 lead for the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Briella Biggins gets it over the half-court line, almost loses it, but gets it off to Fonseca. Pass inside is lost. This is Jackie Martinez with it. She gets it ahead to Eleanor Yu. Little more than 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Ileana James decides not to take a three. Was looking for Olivia Kim. Her pass is intercepted. Knights ball. Long pass to Biggins. That's a three-pointer. She's short. Frias with the rebound, or no, not with the rebound. It's actually going to be lost, and it'll be a Fort Lee ball. $7-0 Fort Lee. About 3.5 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Really good start for Kelly Lane's squad. This is Jackie Martinez running ahead with it. Jackie Martinez, no. Knights ball now, looking to get on the board. These are two teams that don't score very much. I was expecting a defensive affair, but Bergen Tech really struggles to put points on the board at times. 31 points per game coming into this one. Fonseca to Biggins. Nice bounce pass there to Lewis, who gets it back to Biggins. That bounce pass is right to Jackie Martinez. Martinez running out ahead. Throws it up wildly and gets bailed out. Foul called on Biggins. Third team foul on Bergen Tech. First personal on Biggins. And nothing but net on the first free throw for Jackie Martinez. She was short on that free throw, but a neutral zone infraction, basically. Leaving too early was a night. So Martinez will get to redo her shot. And she makes it. So officially, Jackie Martinez 3 for 3 from the free throw line today. It is 9-0 Fort Lee. 5 points for Martinez, 4 for James, none for the Bergen Tech Knights. And now the Knights having a hard time getting the ball over half court. They eventually do. Biggins tried to throw it off of a player, but she was already out of bounds. So Sean V. O'Bairn is going to take a timeout. Probably smart. 3:32 to go here in the first quarter. And O'Bairn's Knights have yet to put a point on the board. It's a full timeout as Fort Lee leads this one 9-0. This gives us our first opportunity to thank the Fort Lee Bridgeman Athletics proud sponsors. The law offices of Deborah L. Pico, LLC, located on 530 Main Street in Fort Lee. Sedona Tap House, located in Cliffside Park. The Fort Lee Soccer Club, since 1986. The Finest Construction, home improvement specialists. When doing it right the first time matters. And the law office of Mark J. Sokolich, 1223 Anderson Ave in Fort Lee. We are here in Fort Lee, and the Fort Lee Bridgemen trying to protect this house, and they're currently doing a good job of that, leading the Bergen Tech Knights 9-0. Fort Lee 0-3 so far at home this year, 0-2 in calendar year 2024, and they've lost 3 in a row, but off to a really good start so far today. Olivia Hausman went up and down, so a turnover for Fort Lee, so a good start for O'Barron and the Knights coming out of that timeout. Fort Lee has been very streaky so far this season. They opened the year on a 4-game losing streak, but then they won back-to-back games at the J. Maloney Holiday Jam Fest on December 27th and 29th. And since then, they have lost 3 in a row, including their first couple divisional matchups of the year. This is Biggins with it. She's going to take a 3, and she's going to miss a 3. Fort Lee will take it the other way. Fighting for it now is a Knight and a Bridgman, and it's going to be Fort Lee ball. That was Lewis getting tied up with number 2, Caitlin Park, into the game for Fort Lee. It's Park, Yu, Kim, James, and Perez. Perez to Yu to Park right now in the corner, guarded by Lewis. She goes down and loses it. This is number 0, Nat Song, handling now for the Knights. She gets it to Muhammad, who fakes a shot, dishes it back out to her. That 3 is way off. Offensive rebound. Putback attempt is no good by Lewis. And now Kelly Lane will send Jackie Martinez back into the game. She'll replace Olivia Kim. Muhammad to trigger in. Song with it now. Almost traveled. She was fouled and gets it to go. Took the exact number of steps that she could, got fouled, threw it up anyway, and the Knights are on the board. It's 9-2, and a chance for Song to make it a 3-point play. Kim will check right back in after Perez commits her second foul. Song completes the 3-point play. Pass is sent out of bounds for Fort Lee, so a chance for the Knights to get back into this one. It's 9-3. Song with all 3 points for the Knights. Gets it to Biggins. Good passing here for the Knights, but Frias has her shot partially blocked by Ileana James. The sophomore James with 4 points. She should get credited with a block there. And with about 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, it's 9-3 Fort Lee. That was a long 2-pointer that was missed. Rebound to Martinez. Olivia Hausman back in the game. Olivia Hausman with a head of steam. Yu to James. Sidestepping a defender. Kicking it out to Martinez. Jackie Martinez. No. Frias with the rebound. Biggins to Song, the only scorer for the Knights so far. This is Lewis with it. She gets it to Song. Nice pass inside to Frias, who will kick it out to Biggins. That's a long 2-pointer, and she missed it. Olivia Kim with the board. About 70 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Jackie Martinez loses it. Song had it. She was on the ground and did not travel. She gets it to Biggins. Briella Biggins lost it. That was Jackie Martinez poking the ball free. It'll be Fort Lee ball. Hausman, Kim, James, Yu, and Martinez. Eleanor Yu avoids the turnover and gets it back from Martinez. Bounce pass to Hausman, who takes the 3 and misses. Yu is there for the rebound. She misses, gets her own rebound. That pass too high for Jackie Martinez. So a turnover for Fort Lee with 33.9 seconds to go, and we have a sub. Nat Song comes out, and Fifi Fonseca is back into the game for the Knights. She has it now, gets it to Mohammed, and gets it back from her. Biggins might have gotten away with the travel. She gets it back from Lewis, now guarded by Yu. Bounce pass to Fonseca, who takes and makes a three. And just like that, Fort Lee leads at 9-6. Jackie Martinez with it now, guarded by Biggins. And the first quarter ends with her guarded by Biggins. So Fort Lee started the game on a 9-0 run. Bergen Tech makes it 9-6 after one quarter. Going to take a quick break and then come back for the second quarter action here in Fort Lee. Nine 6, Fort Lee leading Bergen Tech after one quarter of action. 5 points for Jacqueline Martinez, 4 for Ileana James, and for the Knights, 3 each for Fifi Fonseca and Nat Song. Neither of these teams has gotten off to the start they would have liked to this year. Looking at the Big North American division, Fort Lee is 0-2, so is Dwight Morrow, but they haven't won a game at all yet this year. So Fort Lee tied for third place out of the 5 teams. Meanwhile, looking at the Big North Liberty, there are 6 teams, and 4 of them are 1-1 in division. Bergen Tech is one of those teams. This is Mohammed banking one in off the glass. Sierra Mohammed has 2 points, and it's now an 8-0 run for the Knights. They trail 9-8. Yu to Houseman to Martinez. Jackie Martinez loses it. Biggins up ahead to Mohammed. This is Frias missing. Offensive rebound. Fonseca to Biggins to Mohammed. Back to Biggins for 3. Short. Fonseca with the offensive rebound. The Knights almost lose it. Frias underneath the basket. She will lose it. They're going to call that a jump ball. Good defense there by Ileana James. And the possession arrow will favor Fort Lee. So Fort Lee has it, and they also have a 9-8 lead. They were up 9-0 by Frias. So Olivia Kim heads to the free throw line. First team foul on the Knights, first personal on Frias. First free throw rolls in for Olivia Kim. She's on the board. Fort Lee is in double figures, and Frias will check out. Jada Rosario, number 10, checks in. Kim goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Strong rebound by Mohammed. She gets it up ahead to Fonseca, who ran into a brick wall named Olivia Houseman, and she traveled. It'll be Fort Lee ball again. 10-8 Fort Lee. Bridgman ball. Jackie Martinez to Yu for 3. No. Lewis with the board. Biggins to Rosario just into the game, and she missed it. Ileana James with the rebound. She gets it to Martinez. The sophomore lost it. That will be a jump ball, and this time the possession arrow will favor the Knights. .6:20 to go here in the second quarter. 10-8 Fort Lee. Long pass up ahead by Biggins. Lewis missed it but was fouled. Heading to the free throw line will be Sabrina Lewis. First personal on James. First team foul on Fort Lee here in the second quarter. Lewis makes the first one, and she will have a chance to tie this game at 10. And she does. So Fort Lee was up 9-0. It's now 10-10 with about 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Houseman to James, who thought about a three, thought better of it. Is she going to take the two? Yes, and she missed it. No foul called. Fonseca with the rebound. Fifi Fonseca traveled. Good defense by Fort Lee, pressuring Fonseca into the turnover. James sits for Kelly Lane. Fort Lee sends in Caitlin Park. Jump ball, but it'll favor Fort Lee. Nat Song will check back in favor of Fonseca. And Park will trigger in for Fort Lee. Park gets it into Yu. Underneath the basket, Yu loses it. Biggins with a head of steam. She lost it, but Muhammad was right there. Her pass, too hot to handle. She was looking for Lewis. Lewis is tall, but not tall enough for that pass. Jackie Martinez stops short, looks for Yu. She gets it to Yu. And Kelly Lane bails out her freshman, Eleanor Yu. Timeout Fort Lee. It's a 30-second timeout with 5:27 to go in the second quarter. Each team with one team foul here in the second. Each team with 10 points. So it's been a game of runs so far. Fort Lee started this one on a 9-0 run. Since then, the Knights have been on an extended 10-1 run, bridging the first and second quarters. So we are knotted up. Eleanor Yu to Houseman, who finds Martinez. Back to Houseman, no. Biggins stepped in front and missed it. Biggins got the turnover, was covered by no one, but missed the layup. Houseman the other way. No on the jumper. Yu fighting for the offensive rebound, but it's a jump ball, and that will favor Bergen Tech. So now Briella Biggins will sub out. She cannot believe that she missed that layup. Would have given the Knights their first lead of the game. Here's Nat Song, getting it to Lewis. And Lewis off the glass for the lead. 4 points for Lewis. 12-10 lead for the Knights, their first of the day. Jackie Martinez tried to tie it but missed. Lewis with the rebound. Nat Song has played really well so far today. She gets it to Fonseca. And now Song has it again. Song swings it to Fonseca. And she traveled. So Fort Lee ball. Frias will check back in for Rosario. James is back into the game for Fort Lee. James has it. That's a long two-pointer, and it's good. And we are tied at 12. 6 points for Ileana James. It's 12-12, and we're halfway through the second quarter. Nat Song dodging and weaving through traffic, finding Muhammad. She missed. Lewis got the offensive board, but then she was partially blocked, so it will remain with Bergen Tech. O'Bairn wants Biggins to check back in, so Biggins in, Fonseca out. They find Frias, who gets fouled and will go to the line. Second team foul on Fort Lee. First personal on you. Frias to the line with a chance to get on the board and give Bergen Tech the lead. But she misses the first one. Olivia Hausman checks in for Olivia Kim. Frias goes 1 out of 2, so she is on the board, and Bergen Tech does lead. It's 13-12. Jackie Martinez, no. Hausman somehow got the offensive board and put it back. Olivia Hausman is on the board, and Fort Lee has a 1-point lead. Lewis, no. Biggins and James both go down. They're going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow going back and forth all game so far. This time it favors Fort Lee. Martinez to Hausman. To James, who will take the corner three. No. Hausman, another offensive board. Left that putback attempt a little short. Another jump ball. It'll belong to the Knights. 14-13 Fort Lee. 3:08 to go in the second. Fonseca back into the game for Song. Now Fonseca has it. Gets it to Muhammad. Biggins winds up with it. Somehow, Caitlin Park did not wind up with a steal there. The shot was missed. Offensive rebound, Frias. Now here's Biggins faking the three, getting it to Muhammad. Muhammad is double-teamed, but she finds Biggins. Nice bounce pass inside. Frias was blocked. She got it back, puts it back, and was fouled. Really good work there by the Knights, and Frias has a chance at a three-point play. Rosario in for Lewis. Kim in for Park. Or actually, no, I lied. Lewis will stay in. It will be Muhammad checking out. Frias makes the free throw, so it's a three-point play and a 2-point lead for the Knights. Frias has 4 points. You at the top of the key finds Olivia Kim. James winds up with it. She misses but gets her own rebound. Here's Martinez on a 2. No. Rebound Lewis. Good passing by the Knights. Frias kicks it out to Biggins. Long pass to Fonseca. Covered by Hausman. Somehow she comes out of it with that. Lewis. Missed. Strong rebound, Frias. She missed. And it's going to wind up with Fort Lee. We have a foul called. That is the first personal on Rosario. Second team foul on the Knights. Fort Lee will have it with 1:42 to go in the second quarter. They trail by 2. Here's Yu with it. She finds Hausman. Olivia Hausman for 3. end the lead. 5 points for Olivia Hausman. It is 17-16 Fort Lee. Fonseca, bounce pass right to Olivia Kim. She'll slow things down. Martinez lost it, out of bounds, but it will stay with Fort Lee. Fonseca out, Song in for the Knights. Hausman to trigger in for Fort Lee. She gets it into Kim. Olivia Kim stops short, gets it to Martinez, who lost it off her foot. Nat Song the other way. To Biggins, off the glass. Bergen Tech back in front. Biggins is on the board. Martinez, wild pass, but James is there. James spins. James is double teamed, and I think they're going to get Frias on the foul there. So Ileana James to the line. They do, in fact, get Frias for her second personal. James misses the first one. Frias checks out. Mohammed checks in. O'Bairn wants to make sure Frias doesn't get that third personal in the first half. James misses both. Eleanor Yu with a strong offensive rebound. They're going to call it a jump ball. So it will stay with Fort Lee. Hausman to trigger in. Really good rebound there by Eleanor Yu. So Fort Lee maintains possession. Martinez looking for Yu, but she turns it over. Nat Song the other way. Pass up ahead to Biggins. Song inside looking for Rosario. She keeps it in bounds, but sends it right to Jackie Martinez. Up ahead, Jackie Martinez. Missed it. Rosario with the rebound, and Bergen Tech will have time for one more possession. Biggins up ahead to Mohammed. She wasn't ready for it, but she handles. Rosario tosses it up wildly, and that is how the first half will end. So Fort Lee, again, was up 9-0 at one point, but they will head into halftime trailing the Bergen Tech Knights 18-17. Want to thank the Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics proud sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, The Finest Construction Home Improvement Specialists, the law office of Mark Sokolich, Sedona Tap House, and Fort Lee Soccer Club. Once again, 18-17 Bergen Tech leading Fort Lee. We will take a quick break and then come back for the second half action between the Fort Lee Bridgman and the Bergen Tech Knights. So don't go anywhere. Tommy Aquilina back here with you at the East Gymnasium at Fort Lee High School. Just about set for second half action between the Bergen Tech Knights and the Fort Lee Bridgemen. Expectant, low-scoring game. Bergen Tech averaging 31 points per game. They're actually coming off a 31-12 win a couple days ago against Clifton. That got them to 1-1 in division, so they are tied for second place. Patterson Eastside is 2-0, and then Bergen Tech, Passaic Tech, Patterson Kennedy, and Passaic are all 1-1 in division. Fort Lee, meanwhile, 0-2 in division, 2-7 overall. Bergen Tech is 2-6 overall. So each team looking for their third win. Bergen Tech currently with an 18-17 lead. Fort Lee, while Bergen Tech averages 31 points per game, Fort Lee averages 34 points per game this season. Kelly Lane's squad shot out to a 9-0 advantage, but since then, things like that have happened that have not only gotten Bergen Tech back into the game, but allowed them to take an 18-17 advantage. So Bergen Tech ball after the turnover. Ball was triggered in by a player whose name we have not called yet, number 33, Sophie Kim, but now it's a turnover for the Knights. Bergen Tech takes it the other way. Eleanor Yu gets the offensive rebound, gets it to Olivia Hausman, and we have another jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Fort Lee this time, so Hausman to trigger in. She finds Eleanor Yu, who gets it to Kim. Kim to James. Ileana James misses the straightaway three. Frias, who did commit 2 personal fouls in that first half, with the rebound. Song finds Lewis. Lewis does not go baseline. She gets it to Biggins. Song for 3. Yes. 21-17 Bergen Tech. And Song has 6 points. Jackie Fernandez, or Martinez rather, to Ileana James. It rolls in for Ileana James. The extremely friendly roll for Ileana James. She has 9, and Fort Lee trails by 1 again. It's 21-20. 30-second timeout gives us our first opportunity of the second half to thank the Fort Lee Bridgeman Athletics proud sponsors, the law offices of Deborah L. Pico, the finest construction home improvement specialists, the law office of Mark Sokolich, Sedona Tap House in Cliffside Park, and the Fort Lee Soccer Club. So Bergen Tech ball. The Knights very anxious to go. They inbounded technically like half a second before the timeout ended. Biggins turns it over. That pass too tall for Lewis. So Ileana James with 9. Hausman and Martinez, 5 each for Fort Lee. And then Olivia Kim has 1. And the Bridgeman trail 21-20. This is Martinez with it to Yu. Over the half-court line to Olivia Kim. She finds Ileana James. James missed. Martinez was blocked. And it is a jump ball between Hausman and Frias. Possession arrow favoring the Knights. So 21-20 Bergen Tech. Little more than a minute and a half gone by in the second half. Song loses it. She's got to get it over the half-court line, and I think she did in time, but the ref said that she went up and down with it. Sean O'Byrne wanted a timeout. He did not get it, so it'll be Fort Lee ball with 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Fort Lee will look to take their first lead of the second half. Yu to Houseman for 3. Yes. That was pure. Olivia Houseman has 8, and Fort Lee has the lead. It's 23-21. Song loses it. Yu puts it back. And now O'Beirne gets his timeout. 2 points for Eleanor Yu. A 5-0 run for Fort Lee gives them the lead. And actually, it was 21-17, so it's an 8-0 run for Fort Lee. Full timeout for Sean O'Beirne. His Knights went 5-19 last year. They are 2-6 this year. These teams did meet last year. It was 1 year ago tomorrow. Today is January 6th. Last year on January 7th, Fort Lee hosted the Knights again and defeated them by a score of 55-32. Again, the Knights with a rough year last season. They went 5-19. Kelly Lane's squad went 21-7. 2-7 so far this year. Uncharacteristically rough season at home. Again, Fort Lee 0-3 here in the East Gymnasium. Looking for their first home win and their first win of the calendar year 2024. And Kelly Lane's squad currently with a 25-21 lead. Coming out of the timeout, Nat Song weaving through defenders, throwing it up with the left hand, and a little bit of a soft foul call on Ileana James. First foul of the second half. It goes against James. That's her second personal. Friendly roll on the first one for Nat Song. Sophie Kim will check out in favor of Mohammed. Song goes 2 out of 2. She's come off the bench to score a team-high 8 for Bergen Tech. It's 25-23. Houseman to Yu. She spins, tries to get it back to Houseman. She does. Houseman misses. Yu gets the rebound. Back to Houseman. Two-girl action. Houseman is fouled. Lewis thinks she was straight up, but the ref disagreed. First team foul on Bergen Tech. Also the first personal on Lewis. They're going to say it was not a shooting foul, though. Very interesting. So Houseman will not get free throws. She'll trigger into Kim. Olivia Kim lost it. Lewis picks it up and will get it to Biggins. Up ahead to Fifi Fonseca. Gets it back from Biggins and misses. Mohammed with the offensive board to Frias, who ties it. 6 points for Frias. It's 25 all. Kim to James. Nicely done by Ileana James. The Fort Lee sophomore is the first player in double figures. She has 11. Fort Lee has a 2-point lead, and Bergen Tech is forced to take a timeout to avoid a 6-second violation. 30-second timeout for Sean V. O'Beirne. And that will allow us to thank our Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics proud sponsors. The Deborah L. Pico Law Offices, The Finest Construction, Home Improvement Specialists, the Law Office of Mark Sokolich, Fort Lee Soccer Club, and Sedona Tap House. Want to thank our sponsors. Also want to thank you for tuning in early here on a Saturday afternoon. It's been a good one, though. Fort Lee 27, Bergen Tech 25. Mohammed missed it. Lewis with the offensive rebound. She's getting double-teamed. And they're going to say she got fouled. I don't know who they're going to get on that one. They get Ileana James for her third. Biggins to Muhammad. She gets a screen and she makes the three. Bergen Tech back on top. Also 5 points for Muhammad. Kim to you. Biggins tried to steal it but failed. James doesn't take the three. She takes the two and is fouled. Ileana James has a game-high 11, and she will head to the free throw line with a chance to tie or give Fort Lee the lead. That is the third personal on Frias. James ties it at 28. And Frias and her 3 fouls sub out in favor of Sophie Kim. Ileana James has 13 points, and Fort Lee has a 29-28 lead. Bergen Tech having all kinds of trouble getting the ball over half court. And they can't. It'll be Fort Lee ball again. .341 to go in the third quarter. Song checks in for Fonseca. Martinez to you, unable to handle it. She loses it out of bounds. Let's see if the Knights can get it over the half-court line this time. They do. Kim to Muhammad. Back to Kim. She missed it. Martinez will take it up for Fort Lee. Martinez to you. James for 3. No. Olivia Kim with the rebound, and she will go to the free throw line. Third team foul on Bergen Tech, second personal on Muhammad, and Olivia Kim, with 1 point, will go to the free throw line. She misses the first one. She misses the second one, and Lewis with a strong rebound. Song has it poked away by Olivia Kim. Olivia Kim gets it to Martinez. And it rolls in for Jackie Martinez off the backboard. Martinez has 7. Fort Lee leads by 3. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bergen Tech gets it over the half-court line. Song to Kim. Kim is blocked by Ileana James, and James goes down. Tommy Aquilina back here with you at the East Gymnasium. Injury timeout over. Ileana James was just helped to the sideline by the trainer. So Ileana James got the block. She's been a defensive and offensive force today, but she's out of the game. Mohammed takes and misses the three. Lewis with the offensive rebound for Bergen Tech. Two-pointer is missed, and that'll be a jump ball. So the five on the floor right now for Fort Lee are Martinez, Yu, Kim, Park, and Perez. Lewis up and down, another jump ball. Not really an up and down, but she was blocked. Came down with it, and this time the possession arrow favors Fort Lee. So Fort Lee has the ball. They have a 3-point lead. Again, Ileana James on the bench. This is Olivia Kim with it. She gets it to Roxanne Perez, who finds Jackie Martinez. No, she doesn't. Nat Song stepped in the way. Nat Song loses it. Out of bounds off of Caitlin Park. So Mohammed to trigger in for the Knights. She finds Biggins. Biggins misses. Good rebound by Mohammed. Another offensive rebound by Mohammed. She takes it herself this time and scores. 7 points for Mohammed. The Knights trail 31-30. Roxanne Perez pulled and missed. Biggins running up ahead, and she's going to slow it down a little bit. Sophie Kim to Mohammed. Now it's swung around to Biggins, who misses again. Roxanne Perez with the rebound. 31-30 Fort Lee. Caitlin Park fakes the shot. She takes that one. Somehow winds up with it. Tried to bank it off the glass, but missed. Offensive rebound, Roxanne Perez. It winds up with Martinez. No. Offensive rebound, Caitlin Park. Olivia Kim got fouled and will go to the line. Fourth team foul on the Knights. Second personal on Lewis, and Olivia Kim to the free throw line. Kim makes the first one, and each team makes a sub. Perez out, Houseman in for Fort Lee, and Nat Song will sit in favor of Fonseca. Kim goes 2 out of 2. She has 3 points, and those 3 points are the difference, 33-30 Fort Lee. Fonseca into the game. She gets it to Kim. Mohammed back to Fonseca. Fonseca at the top of the key. Finds Biggins. She tries to get it inside. It winds up with Fonseca. Biggins is trigger happy. She misses again. Sophie Kim with the offensive rebound. And Sophie Kim traveled. She was being hounded by Houseman. Fort Lee ball. They have a 3-point lead and 40.9 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Kim turns it over. Lewis to Biggins, who will send it up ahead. Long pass to Mohammed, who will take the 2-pointer and miss. Sophie Kim with the offensive rebound, and she missed. Yu with the rebound. Up ahead to Caitlin Park. And now Caitlin Park will slow it down. Definitely time for one more good possession here for Fort Lee. Houseman will take a 3, and she'll make it. She doubles the lead. It's 36-30, and that will be the score after 3 quarters of action. Houseman has 11. Fort Lee has a 6-point lead, and after a short break, I will return for the fourth quarter action. 24 minutes down, 8 minutes to go. It's been a fun back-and-forth affair between the Fort Lee Bridgemen and the Bergen Tech Knights. Fort Lee leads at 36-30. Bergen Tech starts the fourth quarter with the ball. And they start the fourth quarter off with a turnover. Not what Sean O'Byrne was going for, I'm sure. Kelly Lane starts the fourth quarter with Martinez, Houseman, Park, Kim, and Yu. This is Olivia Kim with it. And she missed. Good defense by Frias. Biggins with a head of steam. Inside for Lewis, and Lewis traveled before her shot attempt. So a couple turnovers for the Knights, and Fort Lee will have possession again. Fort Lee came into this one averaging 34 points per game. They scored 36 in the first three quarters. Olivia Houseman was feeling it, but she misses that three. Muhammad to Biggins. Back to Muhammad, who couldn't handle that pass. 3 possessions in 50 seconds for Bergen Tech here in the fourth quarter, and 3 turnovers. To their credit, the Knights only averaging 31 points per game, but they scored 30 in the first 3 quarters. So both these teams have done a lot more offensively than you maybe would have expected. And we should be in store for a good final 7 minutes or so here. Fonseca misses, but Frias got the offensive board. She missed. Fonseca was on it. Passes it inside, and Lewis misses. Lewis and Yu, number 11, battling number 11, and they're going to say jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Fort Lee. Houseman to Caitlin Park. Back to Houseman. Now Yu to Martinez. Back to Yu. Back to Houseman, who cans another 3. Olivia Houseman has 14, and Fort Lee has a 9-point lead. This matches the largest lead of the game for Fort Lee. Muhammad has it. She gets it to Frias, who scores from underneath the basket. Nicely done by Frias. She has 8. Yu passed it to nobody. Biggins keeps it in bounds and scores. And just like that, it's a 5-point game again. Still 5.5 to play. Martinez taking on the taller defender. Somehow Fort Lee doesn't turn it over, except there they do. Pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Bergen Tech ball. Song will check in. So it's Song, Biggins, Muhammad, Lewis, and Frias for the Knights. Biggins doesn't take that 3. Song will. And she's going to miss. Yu with the rebound, and she's fouled by Biggins. Obviously a non-shooting foul. First team foul of the fourth quarter for the Knights. That is the second personal on Briella Biggins. Martinez stops short, gets it to Yu. Eleanor Yu misses it. Rebound is up for grabs. They're going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Knights. Biggins going to fire again. It's 39-37. And just like that, Biggins has 7 points. Houseman for 3 again. Yes! Olivia Houseman with 17 points. Fort Lee with a 5-point advantage. Timeout Bergen Tech. It is a full timeout taken by Sean O'Byrne. That gives us plenty of time to thank our proud sponsors. The law offices of Deborah L. Pico, the Finest Construction Home Improvement Specialists, the law office of Mark Sokolich, Fort Lee Soccer Club, and Sedona Tap House. Ileana James leaving the game with an injury. Olivia Houseman has stepped up in her absence. She is absolutely on fire from 3 right now. She has 17 points, and the Fort Lee Bridgemen lead Bergen Tech 42-37. Still plenty of time to go, though, here in the fourth quarter. Bergen Tech coming off a win. They held Clifton to 12 points on Thursday. Jeez. A 31-12 victory for the Knights. That improved their record in division to 1-1. Fort Lee, meanwhile, looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. They got out to a 9-0 advantage. They actually fell behind, so this would be a comeback victory for Fort Lee. They lead it by 5. Nat Song has it, guarded by Martinez. She almost loses it, and now it is lost out of bounds. They're going to say it was knocked out by Martinez. So Muhammad to trigger in. Passed it into traffic, and I think it's going to stay with Bergen Tech. It will. Again, having a hard time getting it in. They find Song, who misses. That was a long 2-pointer. Houseman with the rebound. She gets it to Olivia Kim, who surveys and finds Caitlin Park. Baseline. Off the backboard. Under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Bergen Tech trailing by 5. Biggins likes to shoot the 3. She finds Muhammad instead. Finds her again. Now Muhammad to Song. Song is blocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off of her leg after the block. So it'll be Fort Lee ball. Bergen Tech not quite doing a full court press here. Martinez ran into Frias and traveled. I think she was surprised at how softly she was being guarded, and she basically just ran into Frias. So a turnover for Fort Lee. Bergen Tech has a chance here. Muhammad to Song. Inside to Frias, who banks it in off the glass. Frias has 10. It's 42-39. Yu almost turns it over, but she gets it to Martinez. Jackie Martinez taking on the taller defender and scoring. 9 points for Jackie Martinez, and the sophomore puts Fort Lee back up by 5. Biggins, long pass ahead to Muhammad. That would have been crazy if that would have gone. Lewis got the offensive rebound and was fouled. First team foul on Fort Lee. It's been a clean fourth quarter. But Lewis goes to the line after getting fouled by Olivia Kim. That's Kim's first personal. Lewis misses the first one. She makes the second, so Lewis goes 1 out of 2. She has 5, and it's a 4-point game. Eleanor Yu fakes the shot. Muhammad stands her up and takes it away from her. Up ahead to Song. Song to Biggins. To Muhammad for 3. Doesn't go. Lewis with the offensive rebound. Lewis found Song, and Nat Song was fouled. Second team foul on Fort Lee, first personal on Park. Muhammad gets it into Lewis, who finds Biggins. She doesn't take the three, but Muhammad will, and she'll miss it. Martinez with the rebound, and she was bumped by Biggins. So second team foul on Bergen Tech. Only 2:15 to go, though, here in the fourth quarter. Yu. Inside to Kim. Rims out for Olivia Kim. Frias with the board. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Biggins to Muhammad, who misses. Lewis is there for the offensive board. She kicks it out to Song, who misses. Houseman with the board. Houseman up ahead to Caitlin Park. She gets around Song and misses. Frias with the board. Still more than 90 seconds to go in this one. It is a two-possession game, though. Song, covered by Yu. She gets around Yu, but is blocked. Houseman slides, gets it up ahead. Martinez with it now. It's going to be another jump ball. Possession arrow favors Bergen Tech. So Muhammad will trigger in after this timeout. 1:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Fort Lee up 44-40, but Bergen Tech will have possession after this full timeout. Each team with 2 wins on the season. Each team with 2 team fouls here in the quarter. And 3 personals on Biggins. It has been a balanced scoring attack for both teams. 6 players have combined for 40 points for the Knights, but 6 players have combined for 44 points for Fort Lee. 2 for Eleanor Yu, 9 for Jacqueline Martinez, 3 for Olivia Kim, a game-high 17 for Olivia Houseman, and 13 for Ileana James. She is currently out with an injury, so it is Kim, Houseman, Yu, Martinez, and Park for Fort Lee. And it will be Fort Lee triggering in. And Fort Lee is able to control here. Park gets it to Kim, who scores. Now Bergen Tech has to make 2 3-pointers, and they have to do it quickly. Long pass up ahead, stolen away by Olivia Kim. Bergen Tech has to foul, and Nat Song will. 5 points for Olivia Kim. It's a 6-point advantage for Fort Lee. And now they just have to be careful with the ball and make their free throws. Park triggers into Martinez, and Martinez is fouled by Lewis. That's only the 4th team foul, though. So Bergen Tech will have to commit 1 more foul. Probably have enough time to go for a quick steal here, but they don't get it. Martinez is not fouled. She throws up a shot and misses. Muhammad comes away with it, so Bergen Tech does have time here. They have to make 2 threes. Biggins loses it. A foul is called, but I did not see who had possession. It was Martinez who came up with it and was fouled. That was the 5th team foul on Bergen Tech, so that sends Martinez to the line. It was the 3rd personal on Muhammad. Jackie Martinez can pretty much put this one out of reach at the free throw line, and she makes the first one. That puts her in double figures. 17 points for Houseman, 13 points for James, and 11 points for Jacqueline Martinez, who makes it an 8-point game. Timeout, Bergen Tech. Fort Lee, having lost 3 in a row coming into this one, did not score 40 points in any of those games, but they lead the Bergen Tech Knights 48-40 here on a Saturday afternoon here in Fort Lee. Fort Lee looking to snap a 3-game losing streak and get their first home win of the season and their first win of calendar year 2024. Bergen Tech, meanwhile, only allowed 12 points to Clifton 2 days ago. They've given up 4 times that many points today, and they are in danger of falling to 2-7 on the season and 1-2 in calendar year 2024. Muhammad will trigger in. Fort Lee will probably give the Knights a lot of space here. Long pass. Houseman and Muhammad got tangled up, and I think we have another jump ball. So Bergen Tech has it with about 30 seconds remaining. Biggins, covered by Martinez. She gets around her, but turns it over, and that should just about do it. The Bergen Tech Knights will, in fact, fall to 2-7 on the season. Fort Lee will improve to 3-7. Houseman to trigger in here. She gets it into Kim. The Knights are not fouling. No, they are fouling. Song pushes Yu, and it is stat padding time for Kelly Lane's squad. Yu, who has 2 points, will head to the free throw line with 16.6 seconds remaining on the clock. Yu misses the first one. She misses the second. Lewis with a strong rebound. Sends it up ahead to Biggins. Not really enough time for the Knights here. Song will go up and around and miss. Biggins missed it. Park got that rebound before the buzzer. Make sure you give Caitlin Park that rebound when you go over this one. The final score, Fort Lee 48, Bergen Tech 40. The Bridgemen have their first win of 2024. They have their first win at home this season. They improve to 3-7, and they will look to continue the good momentum going forward. Want to thank our sponsors. Want to thank Fort Lee Athletic Director Michael Raftery. Also want to thank Dimitri Nanas for all he does putting these streams on. Want to thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday afternoon with us. Once again, my name is Tommy Aquilina. Fort Lee beats Bergen Tech. We will see you next time on the Fort Lee Bridgeman Athletics stream. Have a good one, everybody.